Chapter 1. What's normal and what's not? The pool of normality is shrinking into a mere puddle. Till Wykes. Before we begin saving normal, we need to figure out what it is. You might expect normal to be an approachable sort of word, confident in its popularity, safe in its preponderance over abnormal. Defining normal should be easy, and being normal should be a modest ambition. Not so. Normal has been badly besieged and is already sadly diminished. Dictionaries can't provide a satisfying definition. Philosophers argue over its meaning. Statisticians and psychologists measure it endlessly, but fail to capture its essence. Sociologists doubt its universality. Psychoanalysts doubt its existence, and doctors of the mind and body are busily nipping away at its borders. Normal is losing all purchase. If only we look hard enough, perhaps everyone will eventually turn out to be more or less sick. My task in this book will be to try to stop this steady, inexorable encroachment, to help save normal. How does the dictionary define normal? The word normal plays in many different arenas. It started its life in Latin as a carpenter's square and is still used in geometry to describe right angles and perpendiculars. Not surprisingly, normal then took on any number of right-minded connotations, denoting the regular, standard, usual, routine, typical, average, run-of-the-mill, expected, habitual, universal, common, conforming, conventional, correct, or customary. From this, a short jump had normal describing good biological and psychological functioning, not physically sick, not mentally sick. The dictionary definitions of normal are all entirely and beguilingly tautological. To know what is normal, you have to know what is abnormal. And guess how abnormal is defined in the dictionaries. Those things that are not normal, or regular, or natural, or typical, or usual, or conforming to a norm. Talk about circular tail-chasing. Each term is defined exclusively as the negative of the other. There is no real definition of either, and no meaningful definitional line between them. The dichotomous terms, normal and abnormal, inspire a sense of familiar recognition and false familiarity. We instinctively intuit what they mean in a general way, but find it inherently hard to pin them down when it gets to the specific. There is no universal and transcendental definition that works operationally to solve real-world sorting problems. What does philosophy say? Surprisingly little. Philosophy has exerted itself endlessly to understand the deeper meanings of big concepts like reality and illusion, how we know things, the nature of human nature, truth, morality, justice, duty, love, beauty, greatness, goodness, evil, mortality, immortality, natural law, and on and on. Normal generally gets lost in the philosophical shuffle. Perhaps too ordinary and uninteresting to warrant deep philosophical thought. This neglect finally ended with the Enlightenment attempt to apply philosophy to the more mundane problems of day-to-day living. Utilitarianism provided the first and remains the only practical philosophic guidance on how and where to set a boundary between normal and mental disorder. The guiding assumptions are that normal has no universal meaning and can never be defined with precision by the spinning wheels of philosophical deduction. It is very much in the eye of the beholder and is changeable over time, place, and cultures.